It's a source of our strength and something we can all take pride in. We are not a nation of migrant criminals, we are not illegal monsters, and we are not the animals our current administration is saying we are. Our First Amendment right guarantees us freedom of religion, freedom of speech, freedom of the press, freedom of assembly, and freedom of petition. These are our rights, and they cannot take that away from us. Woo! Which is why we are outside here today to stop ICE. They're trying to make us scared to use our voice, but our government should be scared. Scared that we are all outside here today fighting to make a change. In the banned book by 1984 by George Orwell, it states, "The party told you to reject the evidence of your eyes and ears. It was their final, most essential command." This administration wants its citizens to deny reality and accept their propaganda. Do not be fooled by their lies. They don't want us to be educated. They are underfunding our schools and cutting programs, but yet they can afford to pay ICE more than our families can make in a year. They don't want us to think. They don't want us to question why. They think by erasing history, they will keep us ignorant. But we are not going to let that happen. We are their future, and we see their lies. This administration tried to slaughter the names of the people they murdered. They are destroying the lives of those who truly make our country great. This administration has been in charge for a little over a year now. Currently, there are more than 73,000 people in detention centers. This number is growing every minute. They do not want us to learn history, so they can repeat it. Back then, they said people weren't dying, that they didn't exist, and still people do not believe this. It is right in front of us, and we will stop this. There are about 53.3 million immigrants living in the U.S. 15% of the population are immigrants. This is the backbone of our country. We work, we have families, and we are here to stay so we can support each other. We must stop history from repeating itself again. We must stop this before it reaches the millions. The Nazis were stopped, the slave hunters were stopped. We can and we will stop ICE.
Good afternoon. Can y'all hear me? Awesome. Yeah, okay. So, good afternoon. Today we are here. Good afternoon. Is that good? Thank you. Yeah. Today we are here because we care. We care about our classmates. We care about our families. We care about what kind of community we're growing up in. Right now, Austin ISD is helping schools track down students in schools to investigate us for trying to exercise our First Amendment rights. That is wrong. Creates a sense of insecurity. Students should feel comfortable going to school. They should feel happy to go to school. And that is under threat right now. ICE is showing up at schools, detaining children, throwing them in the back of cars to intimidate us. We will not let it intimidate us. Thank you.
And now we're going to introduce our other guest speaker, Desiree Walker.
Good afternoon, everybody. Can y'all hear me? Yeah. Okay, cool. I think a really big question is like, what radicalized a lot of you guys? February 26, 2012, I was 9 years old. I just got back from school. I was playing basketball, and I go inside, and I see on the news that a young man named Trayvon Martin was murdered. And me and my brother watched, and we cried, and my mom went and turned off the TV, and she was like, you're too young, you know? Later on that night, we went to go stay with my grandma, and my grandparents, like most people's grandparents, watched the news, and they were talking about Trayvon Martin. A few years later, I hear about a lot of different things. I'm in middle school when Donald Trump gets elected. At that time, there was so much discourse, so many things going on. And there was a protest at my school, or a demonstration in support of Donald Trump. And they rode around with their trucks, their big dually trucks with Nazi signs. And they had Confederate flags. And they wrote, I know we're not supposed to cuss, but they wrote nigger haters on their cars. And they talked bad about immigrant people. And I'm Afro Tejana. I grew up in Texas. My family is from here. And what I've come to tell all of you guys is that we're talking about migration, right? We're talking about people who are seeking a better life, seeking to thrive. And we use all these words loosely, but we forget that we're indigenous people. Most of the people that are being attacked come from this land. And there was a cultural genocide that took away our history and our connection to our ancestors, but that doesn't mean that we're no longer here. Today, this is what indigenous looks like. This is what African looks like. This is who we are. We might not speak the languages that our ancestors spoke. We might not know or have a connection with the arts and the sciences and the maths because they rewrote history. But the stance that we are taking is deeper than just being American citizens. It's deeper than identifying with the KKK. We know that these people have taken a lot from us. So when we talk about migration, when we talk about people seeking a better life, we need to be conscious of the fact that we deserve to be here. They rewrite history and they give us these fake feathers and they have us color in on all these things about the pilgrims for Thanksgiving. And then they make you hate yourself your whole lives. And now I'm 23 and I have a degree in African studies. I have a degree in Latino studies. And I'm here to let you guys know that we have a history. It's deeper. We have to get into community, and I'm so happy that all of you guys showed up. I'm so excited, ecstatic to see high schoolers organizing and to see people supporting them. When I was in high school, I grew up in a rural town where it was normalized for black and brown people to be talked down upon. And the crazy part is I was actually class president whenever I graduated, but they didn't want black and brown people to do anything about the situations we were in. And so they told me, you know what, they don't do anything. You pick the color of the t-shirts and you give a little speech at the end of the year, but they wouldn't let me do anything. And so I see you guys and it makes me so happy. Like, y'all don't understand, it makes my heart smile, y'all. As indigenous people, as African people, even our allies, our European allies, it is important for us to understand the foundation that we come from to make it firm. We can't make a firm foundation without understanding our placement in society, right? And so you have to decide how you're going to identify moving forward, because when we keep calling ourselves these nationalities are also erasure. It's anti-black. When we talk about Latinidad, there would be no Latinidad without African and indigenous people, but instead we call ourselves American or Mexican American or Guatemalan and Venezuelan and all these different identities, and that's a tool used to make sure that we don't fight for ourselves, a tool used to keep us arguing with each other. Oh, I heard the Puerto Ricans, they beef with the Mexicans, and I heard that. No, man. We are indigenous people, and if you aren't indigenous but you're Latino, go ahead and stand in your allyship confidently. It's okay, because you don't have to be who your ancestors were. But when you erase black and indigenous people, you embody something that is violent, and we ignore it. And this issue of police brutality, ICE, the Immigration Customs Enforcement, that's brutality. It's a violence that existed for a long time, and as an Afro-Chicana, that is something that I've always had to grow up with. There was no smile. I didn't go back outside and play basketball anymore because I was crying, because I was hurt. And these are what our kids are going through. I'm a teacher, and I see my kids come to school, and I have kids who have to leave, who up and disappear, whose parents are gone, who can't come out here and stand up like all of us can. We get to exercise our First Amendment right, and that is a privilege that we need to live by. We have a responsibility, a collective responsibility, to not just come out here and talk and skip school, but to inform people, to embrace people. That's family, and we are connected, one way or another. So stand in that, and I'm so proud. I'm so happy to be here. Shout out to all the people who organized this. Thank you so much.
I'm here to introduce our next speaker, Jacob.
Good afternoon. My name is Jacob Saldana. I am a senior at James Bowie High School, and I'm a proud native Austinite and Mexican American. My family has lived in the Austin area for 6 generations, We have lived in this beautiful area for 140 years. We are not here because we were let in. We are here because we never left. This is not just a political debate, but it's about dignity, compassion, and protecting our future, our kids from trauma. We need to understand that enforcement is not just a policy misstep, but actually an abuse of power. Yes. It is tempting to think, this isn't my problem. But, sorry, wind. But silence is part of how fear spreads. When only the people directly affected speak out, they are left isolated. When the rest of us join in, the conversation shifts from their issue to our issue, our community's issue. I've seen what happens when students support each other. I've been there. I was at the Bowie walkout as more and more schools begin speaking out, more and more listen. The student body speaks for itself. This was not forced. This was not encouraged. This was free will. As Latinos, some of us are not used to asking for help or even considering our mental health, but we do love our daily news and getting inspired from others. So even small moments of honesty feel like empathy and encouragement for us. We don't know what immigration policy will look like a year from now. We won't know what it will look like by the end of this year. Elections and court cases change, or are there for change. Every 30 seconds, a Latino turns 18. They become eligible to vote. Yes. That is not another vote in a machine. It is not another ballot in a box. It is one more chance for change. That is certain. Compassion, education, and advocacy make a difference. What's happening around the country shapes how our friends and classmates live. The least we can do is acknowledge it, learn about it, and stand by them. That is not politics. That is being human. Thank you.
I'm here to introduce the next speaker, Fernandez Gavino.
Good afternoon. I want to take this. My name is Gavino Fernandez Jr. a Brown Beret from the east side, Austin, Texas. And also a member of LULAC District 12. And I want to, because students, this is your stage today. This land is our land. Okay? And I just want to emphasize the importance of voting, of registering to vote. Because like the previous speaker says, that's where our power lies in. Tomorrow is the first day of early vote. And we want to see those polls flooded with people to cast their vote. Because in November, we're going to win the House, we're going to win the Senate, and we're going to impeach Trump. So, in the spirit of the Chicano movement, I want us to chant 3 times. Sí se puede. Sí se puede. Sí se puede.
Sí se puede.
Sí se puede.
Sí se puede.
And 2 more. Afuera con ICE.
Afuera con ICE.
Afuera con ICE.
Afuera con ICE.
And I want y'all to know that we stand behind you. Us elders and seniors behind you. Like my friend Paul Saldana here, a very important man in our community, a leader. So again, thank you for the opportunity. Let's keep up the good chant. Let's keep up the good work, the good fight. Because tomorrow is going to be our day. Y aquí estamos y no los vamos.
Reese. Reese. You're next.
Now I'm here to introduce our next guest speaker, Reese Armstrong.
Good afternoon, good afternoon. My name is Reese Ritchie Armstrong. I'm chair of the McCallum Young Democratic Socialists of America, as well as a candidate for Travis County Commissioner Precinct 2, but that's neither here nor there. I am so excited to see ICE really mobilize our student movement here in Austin. You know, watching our years of hard organizing really pay off and allow us to really fight back against Governor Abbott, against ICE, and against a complicit school board that's trying to tell us to stop is really inspiring and wonderful to see. You know, I'm almost more proud of Friday's protest, watching people come out in defiance of Governor Abbott to really send a message than I am for the original protest. Having so many of y'all here, and you know, it really means something to me and to, I think, to everybody to watch us all come together and really build a community in this moment where we are facing such deep repression. You know, ICE is not welcome in our city, and I want to make it clear while I'm here that we demand that Austin Police Chief Davis stop working with ICE. We demand that Sheriff Hernandez doesn't even think about signing a 287G. And this is, you know, we are supposed to be the blue city in Texas, and yet we are complicit in these crimes. We are not just protesting the federal government, we are not just protesting the state government, but we are protesting our local government, which has decided is more important to not risk anything than it is to actually protect their citizens. And that is an embarrassment for all of us, and I am so happy to stand alongside each and every one of you students, you know, and really keep organizing, mobilizing alongside this fight until ICE is gone. Thank you.
We're going to be starting our march. We have some sort of rules. Leverage objects.
Where's a good vantage point for you to go off? I have a mic, so you can go off me and show some while I talk.
Also listen to directions on the window.
Sí se puede. Sí se puede. Sí se puede.
Sorry, I'm gonna squeeze past. Sorry.
I remember how it used to be like, oh, okay, we're going to lunch. There's nothing there now. School, do you like it? Yeah. Okay. Why? I was just mad. I think that's it. And that sounds so good.
Which district are you from? She was in the second grade 3 times.
I was talking too much in the class. They kept putting me in the corner. Do they still do that? If you talk too much, do they make you stand in the corner?
Not anymore.
There are some things that have improved in public education.
You're gonna run? Hell no. I've been trying to catch up to them, but we keep missing them.